morning. Let's go, let's go. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. We've been waiting.
He had been telling me, and I want to say this because I know a lot of us women, we hear a lot of men say a lot of shit stuff, whatever you want to say, a lot of lies and whatever else, but it is some men that still do exactly what they say they're gonna do. And I can admit I wasn't exactly sure he was gonna do what he said he was gonna do. At least not at first, because you have a lot of people tell you shit. So I said, you know what, I'm not gonna discredit the man, but I believe it when I see it. You gonna move up here, you gonna marry me, okay, dude.
You know how far it is from Texas to Ohio?
Yeah.
So that was a long way to go.
I got you.
I'm just saying.
I got you.
All right, finish that story.
But once he moved, and we started getting everything together, and him and my daughter plotted on me for him to propose to me. And I was completely surprised, not expecting. I think I already blink a lot, but I think I blinked a million times, just like I was completely like, one thing y'all learn about me is speechless is something I'm normally not.
That was so rude.
But anyway, I was speechless for a second or two. So I said yes, and September 28th we actually got married. But we knew that we couldn't really afford the wedding that we wanted right then. But we both had been married before, and we wanted to go ahead and get married. So we did that. But I have, and I'm not gonna say her name because she will fall out and die. But I have the most wonderful best friend in the world.
That's my other wife. I have two wives.
That's right. Got to, because he gotta love me and her.
I got a brown skin and a beige one.
It's a package. So anyway, she was determined to make sure that since this was the last time,
because there's only one way about this one, I ain't going,
that I was getting married, that I could have the wedding that I wanted. So she decided to help pay for our wedding. So please forgive me if I do not say your name correctly, but Ursula Hills had some questions in reference to our wedding and how long it took us to plan it and what was the budget and how we chose the colors and everything like that.
Which our wedding was on the Bells +1. Shameless plug.
Right. So the episode for my wedding, if you haven't watched it, is on the Bells +1.
And the bachelor party episode. Well, bachelor party / bachelorette party, because we did ours together.
Yes. And those who question why we did it that way, we'll let you know in a second. But first of all, to Ursula, obviously, we got married in September. Our official wedding that you guys seen on the Bells +1 was January 1st. So
got to start the year off right.
So So time it took to plan was pretty much September to December. So I don't know, about 3.
I would say the beginning of October.
Well, we wasn't done really we wasn't done putting everything together really to the beginning of December though.
Yeah, after that, because
once we first determined that we were going to go ahead and go through with it because we were trying to do it during the Christmas New Year holiday, because we have 2 sons that are also in the military, and the majority of the time, the only time that all of my family is in one place, including my children, is Christmas time. So that was the reason why we were trying to do it during that time of year, and that's the time of year when a lot of people have off, and we were hoping that, you know, his family was able to come up and from Texas and stuff like that, and we were thinking that the holiday season would be best because people would have time off and stuff like that. So, my best friend, she started looking for places, and she took us to look at places. And she finally found a place that we were familiar with. And if we have any Ohio or Cincinnati subs, a place called Torrey Station. And that's where our wedding was. And they did a wonderful job.
They did a good job. And them drinks was strong.
They sure was. Decorating, all we had to do was give them our colors. All the decoration and stuff that you see in the video is all the venue. They did that themselves. We just gave them our colors. And then she asked how we chose the colors. Actually,
I got this one. Got it.
The colors.
Okay, so as you can tell, and as you're going to be able to tell, we keep it real. We're not faking the funk, nothing like that. So the reason we picked those colors is because the Jordan 14s that just come out, they were the blue and the yellow. It's my favorite shoe. And it actually was a joke, but I was like, I'm gonna wear my Jordans in the wedding. And of course, the best friend was like, nah, so they haven't run. But that's actually how we got the colors. Now, they weren't exactly that color at first, but you know, we adjusted the color tones and different things of that. And the funny part is I actually didn't even wear the Jordans in my wedding. I had on my grown man shoes, but they was leather, and I'd only worn one, so they was making my feet hurt.
So after we took all of our professional pictures,
then I put the Jordans on.
Almost everybody in the bridal party, except for the other men, changed shoes.
Yeah, but I had to put
He changed his shoes, I changed my shoes, and my bridesmaids changed their shoes.
My feet was hurting.
Mine was too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But that's actually how we came up with the colors.
And at first I was like, blue and yellow? Like Michigan? Ew. But I said, okay. And when I told my best friend, like I said, she is a miracle worker. I told her, and this girl started shooting me pictures of blue and yellow together. And when I started seeing, I was like, damn, okay, blue and yellow together might actually work. And then I fell in love with the concept.
I got good taste.
Obviously, he picked me. Boop, boop. So anyway, went on ahead and decided to go with those colors. My best friend made all of my bouquets. Because Ursula also asked about the budget. The venue was about $1,500. Our cake was like $3, and we chose to do the what were they called? Shoot, I can't think of what they were. Well, they were cupcakes, but when we originally the picture that we seen, they were beignets or something like that. They were little cakes, and then they had one big cake at the top.
Yeah. And
we decided to do that rather than having... I can't
remember the name of the place that made the cakes.
A big oak. It's Patricia's in Cincinnati.
But shout out to Patricia's in Cincinnati. If you out there, go check them out. Because we had the, was it the marble cake?
The marble, yes. And it was
that was some good cake.
Ooh, that was
but also, they red velvet cake.
When we went to the cake tasting, we didn't know what we wanted to do.
Okay, I was hungry when I went. I ain't gonna lie. I was hungry.
I had just ate.
But anywho, shout out to Patricia's. That was some good cake.
They
I'm ready
did
for next year,
they
so I
did
can unfreeze the top.
Right. They did the cake, and again, Bells Plus One. If you haven't watched the video, you can watch our wedding there. The DJ was $300, but that was kind of a negotiated price. So. Shout out to DJ Sean Kelly. He really...
they did that thing.
did a wonderful job.
What was his assistant's name?
I'm not sure.
Well, forgive me, but Sean Kelly, if y'all from Cincinnati or if y'all ever in there, y'all got an event, look him up. Dude handles his business.
And he did a wonderful job.
Great job.
And then my photographer, shout out to my cousin Sharif, because I originally was going to use someone else, but it was just really more, and he was even offering a cheaper price. He was trying to, but it was just really more than we could afford at the time with everything else that we were trying to do. And I had a gentleman that my cousin was cool with, and he's also used to be an officer in the military, and he was in the Army, and
Cool.
so he called and he was like, you're a soldier, I'm gonna look out for you, I'm gonna help you out. And he came through, and his name is Steven. I'm not sure what his company is called, but
we'll figure it out.
that was also like $300. So a big portion of it, like I said, my best friend did our flowers and stuff.
She did the boutonnieres, the bouquets, everything.
We bought the flowers for the flower girl from Michael's. The girls got their dresses for only like $80 from Davis Bridal. Juwan pieced together his
That was my own personal creation.
yes, that was his own personal creation.
Shout out to Milano's in Columbus.
In Town and Country.
In Town and Country. If you ever in Columbus or you off of Broad Street, go to Milano's. Ask for Bishop. He gonna get you together. The Bishop will get you together. Because the jackets that the groomsmen wore, that was actually the color of my jacket at first. But I had the same pants. But I was going in there because I was trying to piece some last minute stuff together, because one of my groomsmen is my best friend. He was in Texas. But the minute I told him about the wedding, he ordered everything online like that week. And as you can see, it matched perfectly.
And our other groomsman, God bless him, we love him to death.
But he is slow and he take forever and he wait to the last
In the
minute.
last damn minute.
So like, we got married on a Friday.
He probably got his stuff like Tuesday or Wednesday.
No, he got it Wednesday. But that up until, now I've been saying this for months. I'll take you to the store, the K&G, whatever. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, okay, cool. So the week before the wedding, we're going to try to get this stuff. So I actually gave him that jacket because I had decided to go with the jacket that I had because I wanted to be different. I didn't want to look like nobody else. So I gave him the jacket. Now, my best friend was the best man who was standing right next to me. As you can tell, he's about my height. He's a little bit bigger. But the other groomsman is a little smaller than me. Because I'm 6'2", 240. He's not. So we actually took him to Milano's where I got my jacket from and where I also had my jacket altered. They were saying that for one, too close to the deadline to the holidays, if it was being able to done, it was going to charge them an arm and a leg because they had to rush it. Then they was like, this is a lot to be cutting. You just should buy another jacket. So I actually called the place that I got the jacket from. So we went there and they didn't have a jacket in his size. So he called another branch and nobody had this jacket. But he said he went checking out some shops or stores and actually found a guy, because he's also in the Army. He actually found a guy that he was in Iraq with that owned the shop. So they got that together. But it didn't look good for a minute. We was gonna have to kick out one of the bridesmaids.
Ooh, excuse me.
No, on camera. We telling our story.
I'm sorry.
But like I say, that episode is on the Bells Plus One. Go check that out. Go subscribe to their channel. Shameless plug. And you will see all the glitz, glamour.
So
Funny.
that was how we met. That's our wedding, and like we said, we're gonna try to do, an episode a week until we can, really figure out which direction we want to go with this. Will you see those two characters that were on before we start talking again? Probably.
But that's us.
Rich Gang. Here we go.
Hello.